Yo guys, what's up? And today I'm here filming another video, and today I'm going to be filming a full face of 3 samples. I thought actually a few people probably would have done this, so then I searched on YouTube and actually quite a lot of people have done it. I didn't really intend for that to happen. I was just looking through my makeup collection and I thought to myself, wait a minute, I actually do have a lot of free samples and I do have around about enough to do a full face. And I've been given samples from loads of different brands. Sometimes I've asked for them, sometimes they've given them to me with a purchase, but you know. And also you see that black tub there that I've decided to put in my little arrangement. That used to hold all of my samples, then it got too small. So I had to just put them in with my makeup collection, but now it looks a lot better anyway. But I'm going to go tie my hair up, rinse my face with water, and without further ado, let's get into it. So obviously the first step is primer. Oh god, here we go. And I've actually got 3 things for primer. I have the Professional Little Mini. I also have a MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Pink and a MAC Prep and Prime in just normal. What I'm going to do is put the Professional in my T-zone, if I can get any out of this tube. Oh my god. That's all you really need, to be honest. And I'm just going to... oh god. If you don't know where T-zone is, it's pretty much just like along here. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like the feeling of it. It feels like silicone. It's a bit mank. And the colour of it is like a foundation, but you blend it out and it's just clear. But it does make your skin feel really like silicone-y, and it is really weird, but I think it does work as well. Like, it has filled in my pores a bit. But then what am I going to do as well is get some of the Radiant Pink Prep and Prime, because I do have quite a lot of it. It's like how full that is. And just grab some of that and put that around the rest of the face, even though that only really needs to go in your T-zone as well. I'm just going to put that everywhere else. And the next thing I have is obviously foundation. This is in the shade NW10, which I think is too light for me, but this is another sample of MAC Studio Fix. By the way, even though it's like such a small tub, I think I can get one like whole face out of it, because it's quite full. I don't want to tip it up completely, but I've actually never tried this certain foundation. I can't get my brush in it. Can't actually get my brush in this pot. Oh, there we go. That's great. Yeah, but basically, this foundation... oh, that's too light. Oh, that's great. This foundation I haven't tried, and I do have a MAC foundation, but it's not a very... I don't know, it creases quite easily, whereas the Studio Fix I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about, but I'm just going to put it on, and hopefully it'll oxidize a little bit, so I'm not as pale, because I don't like enhancing my paleness. And now with a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to pat over it and really like push it into the skin. But also, may I just say, this is a really full coverage foundation. I didn't realise that it was so full coverage, and then I put it on, I'm just like, oh, like you could probably see at the start, but then I blend it out and literally I still have half the pot left. I don't even need that much of it, like god. The consistency is literally so nice. It doesn't feel like cakey. It actually feels like I'm not wearing anything. Like, that's actually really cool, because most of my foundations, I put them on and they just feel so caked over. Another thing I would like to say, most of the MAC Cosmetics like samples you can get, if you just ask for them, then they'll normally give you them. Like, I have a bunch of MAC things for this video, but if you literally just ask, like, please can I have a sample of da-da-da, they're most likely to give you one. Like, unless you're like, oh, can I have a sample of blush, then they can't really give you that, because that's like a powder. But like foundation, concealer, they can give you a sample of mascara, like pigments. For concealer, I also have another MAC one. This is the NW15 Prolong Concealer, which is smartly a darker colour. Wait, is it darker? Apparently it's darker than the foundation. So that's going to go down well, and I'm just going to use a little brush first of all. I don't want to spill this. Oh, there really isn't that much in this one. I haven't even used like any of these samples. I've been saving them for about a few months for this video, but like this concealer, Also, when you get it in like the tub and that, it doesn't actually like come with like an applicator. It's just like in a squeezy bottle, like a foundation, but like so much smaller. But, oh, this actually isn't that bad. It's covering quite well, and actually that's a lot lighter than the foundation. I didn't think it would be. I thought it would be like really dark, so it's a darker shade, but for some reason it's not. And after I've finished applying this, I'm going to buff it out with a beauty blender. That's fine. I don't know why I had to hesitate then, but I'm trying to get even amounts, like both sides, but I don't think I'm very good at applying concealers like this. So far, guys, I'm like really impressed with these products. Like, I'm considering, I know my friend, well, Kiki, has the concealer, but this foundation is actually like really nice, and with powder on top it's going to be like really nice. I also have a sample of the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. It's like this little really cute. It's literally so cute. It's the exact packaging and everything, and you actually get quite a bit of product. So you get that, considering it's a free sample. And before I actually set with powder, I'm just going to apply this. Was that too much? Probably. Yeah, this is actually really creamy. Ooh, I actually really like that. Just want to see how it blends. There's my hair coming all in it. Blends okay, I guess. I'm gonna try and I'm just gonna spend some time actually trying to blend this. I think I applied a bit too much. Oh well. Also, I decided that I didn't get a sample of bronzer, so I'm just going to use this as a bronzer and a contour, because it is quite like a warm tone contour shade, if you ask me. It seems to be quite bold. I can't really do it because the lighting's gone a bit spasticated. I'm just going to try and buff it out a bit with a powder brush. This hasn't got the powder in it, with dog's barking. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm about to put the powder on in a sec. I just think, I don't know, I really do quite like this contour stick. I just would use it a little bit lighter than what I just did. And the powder I have is a sample of the Dior Forever Ever Control powder. This came in like a 3, and then I ripped it off this side. But I'm not using the primer or the foundation because I have other things to use. I'm going to put that back in my drawer quick. But I've never actually had a powder sample before, because I definitely didn't steal this off my mum. Shh. Oh god, can't open this properly. It also has the word, like, you probably can't even see, you can't even see it. Oh, you can't see it. It has the word Dior, like, imprinted on it. And I'm just going to try and pick up some of it and powder over my whole face. So that little powder has actually set my face really nice. It actually looks super matte now. And my skin looks actually quite flawless. Like, I know that most of the samples I have are from, like, high-end brands, but I don't know, I think that just looks, like, really nice. Now I'm going to move on to my brows, and I actually have 2 little samples to test. I have the Goof Proof Brow Pencil for one, and the Gimme Brow sample. This one is actually my colour, I think, number 1, which isn't actually my colour, it's like number, I don't know. But then I also have a Goof Proof Brow Pencil, like I just said, but it's in the shade 6, which is the darkest one, it's literally a black. But what I'm thinking is if I use a really light hand on this small little brow pencil, and then, like, I don't know how I'm going to go in with this, but I'm just going to use this as just like a tinted brow gel. But I really do want to test out both. This one, not so much colour, but for like formula. I'm going to build it up a bit. That's the colour. So this is going to be great. I'm going to start with just like, it's really thin. I'm not sure on the colour. Pretty dark, isn't it? I'm just going to try and like make an outline at least, and then just try and use a really light hand, because these brows remind me of about 3 months ago when I used to do them really dark. If you look back on this channel you will definitely see. Oh my god, blimey. Alright, this is nearly a brow done, because I really am trying to go light hand with like, there's like no product on it, but like, oh, you can't even see. It looks quite brown in the camera, but oh, that's really dark. Oh my god. That brow was proper dark. Okay, I'm going to try and move on to the other one. Okay. I actually kind of give up right now. I'm going to try and use some matte concealer to conceal it, and then I'll set it with the gel. So despite them being a completely different colour, I think the shape is okay. Like, actually it's quite dark. Anyway, well, obviously it's dark. But I really like the pencil, like, it's quite nice, but I'm just going to try and gel them. This isn't going to work, because this is such a lighter shade. It might lighten them up a bit. It has a little bit, it made them more brown. But anyway, I just think the pencil's actually quite a nice formula in this, and I would actually buy it, but obviously in my shade. And I know that my brows aren't even either, they're like 2 different colours, but oh well. This has actually worked pretty well. So for eyeshadow, I don't actually have eyeshadow, but I have a few different shades of the pigments. This is the MAC Blue Brown pigment. I also have, I think this is either called Naked or Tan pigment. Also have copper pigment and some like white pigment with purple shimmer in it. The thing about these is none of these are matte, they're all really shimmery, so I'm not going to be able to put a matte in the crease and then a shimmer on the lid, you know, but I have my brushes here. I'm going to try and make it work. So I think what I'm going to start with is the blue brown, obviously as that's the darkest. There's literally none in here because the lady didn't put much in there, but I'm just going to grab like a normal brush and oh my god, there's going to be like a bunch of fallout and everything. Oh my god, this is like legit the stupidest thing ever. It actually looks really quite brown, which isn't that bad, but like I'm gonna blend it and it's just gonna be like blue. What the hell? I'm then just gonna use Naked across the stop shouting, Jesus. I'm just gonna use this little brush and some of that pigment. Oh my god, I picked up quite a bit. I'm just going to pat that all over the lid. That's quite light. This one isn't really that shimmery. This is quite a matte one. But I figured like I could use one of them pigments, which is like that lighty purple one, as a highlight. Because I don't actually have a highlight sample. But you know, I'm just going to try and use this as the lid and in a corner as well. Oh wait, no, I can do that for highlight. Okay. So those are the eyes. It's just like a brown and brown and light eye. But for mascara, I have a sample of the Extra Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara. This is actually so cute because it looks like a squeezy tube, but then you pull it out and it has a massive applicator. Honestly, it's like the actual applicator. Literally, this sample is so like realistic and everything. It's so good. But I'm just going to coat my lashes in this, and yes, I have used this before, and yes, I think I do have it in big size. Wait, no I don't, that's another one. But oh my god, this mascara is actually really good, and I think I'm just going to do my lashes and then I'm going to move on to face. It's coated my lashes really well. It's actually a really nice mascara, but now I'm moving on to face, and I've done like my bronzer, so now it's blush, and I actually have this sample of this Revolution. It's actually an eyeshadow, but I thought because it's quite like a reddy pinky colour, it's probably going to be quite pigmented, so I'm great. I'm going to be really red, so are you ready for this? Actually it's not that bad, I can blend that. But I don't really wear blush much, so I'm not like good at it, and I don't really know like how to use it that well. So I'm just going to try and give my cheeks a bit of a flush. You can obviously tell the difference between the two sides. Please ignore how pink I look right now. Oh my god. This isn't even blending out with like another blush. Oh, bloody hell. So for highlight, I'm just going to use this little, I don't even know what it is. It's like the whitey purple one I said, so my cheeks are probably going to be purple because it does come out more purple than white. But there's quite a lot on there. Oh my god. Actually, that's quite nice. Oh, that's actually really nice. It just shows you how well products can like multitask in this. I really am loving this, like down the nose and everything. And I think I've only got one more thing to do. The last thing I have is lips, and I actually have a sample of a little W7 lipstick. This is from Kiki's Advent Calendar, but oh my god, my dog. This is literally so tiny and you don't get that much product, but I don't really mind that, and I don't really use it that often, but Kiki gave it to me and said it was quite nice, and it's not going to go with the eye look, but at least it's just like a little lipstick. That is honestly a really, really nice formula. So I guess that is it for my full face using only samples. I don't think it went that bad. Like, my favourite parts in general are the base. I really did like the base. I like the highlight. I like the lips. The eyes are okay. The eyebrows are just no. And the contouring was nice, but I don't really like the blush. Now just going to do a quick preview of this face. Hopefully that was alright. I felt like I did quite a good job using these, and some of them products were like really nice used as other things, i.e. the highlight and the blush. I also had so much fun making this look and using all of that stuff. Now I'm going to have to either put some of it back in my storage, but some of it I've used like the whole thing, so you know, I can't really reuse some of that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then be sure to leave me with a big thumbs up and drop a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and on the weekends. See you next time when I'm doing something more exciting. Bye!